Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Ringo TV Reactions. I'm your host, Ringo. We are back again with another news brief. In the news, we are reporting on the situation that's going down with Dominique Alexandra. Yeah, that's right. Dominique Alexandra is a man who is representing Karmelo Anthony. That's right. He's supposed to be a black activist, but he's done more harm than good. Yeah, that's right. In my last live stream, we talked about the fact that he abused children. That's right. The most vulnerable, the most innocent of all children. That's right. But now he abused his own woman. Not even that. Even someone that was a partner with him took it to social media to actually talk about that. Let's go into the news clip, find out exactly what's going on in these streets, and bring up the dirt, the drama, that which you love. Let's go.
Dallas activism against police brutality and claims of racial discrimination is now facing a claim of domestic violence.
Wow.
Steve Pickett joining us live from Irving with more on Dominique Alexander.
We know there is a police investigation right now, Doug. Dominique Alexander telling me by phone today he had a dispute with the mother of his children. He said he didn't hit or hurt anyone. However, for whatever reason, that woman ended up in the hospital's ER here.
Wow.
That is a sense of betrayal to me.
Alinka Green stood with Dominique Alexander just 2 days ago, calling for the arrests of those who attacked and beat a transgender woman in South Oak Cliff. She received a call this morning, learning of a police investigation into alleged domestic abuse involving Alexander and the mother of his children.
Wow.
From what I understood, it was very violent to the point to where she had to go to the hospital.
Man.
You can't claim to fight evil and then stand aside when someone that you're friends with commits such an injustice.
Activist Jeff Hood, the same man who led with Alexander the Dallas protest against police brutality on July 7, 2016, when 5 police officers were shot, he said he saw injuries on the body of Alexander's girlfriend on yesterday.
Wow.
Took her to a DPD substation to file a family violence complaint.
Interesting.
Steve, it wasn't 2 weeks ago that we were out in the streets in Deep Ellum protesting, marching, screaming, shouting against violence against women. And here we are today seeing one of the chief leaders of that protest having committed a despicable act of violence against his partner.
Wow.
Alexander, by phone this afternoon, denied any physical attack against the woman. He called it a family dispute.
It certainly hurts the movement when accusations like this are directed at leadership, and that's why we're held to a high responsibility.
Man.
As you can tell, there are a lot of people speaking on this, except the Dallas Police Department. Again, they say they're looking into this claim, nothing more than that at this point.
Wow,
Reporting
wow,
live,
wow.
Steve Pickett, CBS 11 News.
Isn't this interesting? The so-called activist that is representing Karmelo Anthony is known for a lot of violence against women and children. And I'm trying to figure this out. Why exactly the public is praising this particular character? I mean, when you think about it, Dominique Alexandra is a known felon, and he beats black women. So to all the black women that might be viewing the show, anytime you hear of the name Dominique Alexandra, I want you to think of abuser. I want you to think of a child abuser, because that's exactly what he was charged with, abusing children and beating his own woman. And this happened, and he was arrested and charged. That's right. And we have to report the news and bring it all out to you because, again, this particular gentleman is representing Karmelo Anthony. And why would we want to support a criminal supporting a criminal? A man that beat his woman to the point that she was so badly bruised and battered that one of his activist partners had to bring her to the medical facility just to file the complaints and get everything sorted. Let's look at the tape again, guys. Let's look at the tapes.
Dallas activism against police brutality and claims of racial discrimination is now facing
racial discrimination, and yet look what he did to a black woman.
Dallas activism against police brutality and claims of racial discrimination is now facing a claim of domestic violence.
Man.
Steve Pickett joining us live from Irving with more on Dominique Alexander.
We know there is a police investigation right now, Doug. Dominique Alexander telling me by phone today he had a dispute with the mother of his children. He said he didn't hit or hurt anyone. However, for whatever reason, that woman ended up in the hospital's ER here.
She ended up in the hospital. He's denying, but yet she's bruised and battered. Make it make sense, y'all. And this is the same guy that is representing Karmelo Anthony, the murderer who killed Austin. That's right. It always say, guys, birds of a feather flock together. It is no surprise why Alexandra pretty much side with Anthony. You know why? Because they're the same. Cut from the same cloth of violence. Let's go.
That is a sense of betrayal to me.
Alinka Green stood with Dominique Alexander just 2 days ago.
Just 2 days ago, during this particular time, she was out fighting with him for justice. And look at what he did now.
Calling for the arrests of those who attacked and beat a transgender woman in South Oak Cliff.
So let me get this straight. Alexandra was fighting for the justice of a transgendered woman, but then he turned around and beat his own woman, guys. His own partner.
She received a call this morning, learning of a police investigation into alleged domestic abuse involving Alexander and the mother of his children.
Wow, what a shame. This had to hurt this woman because she's focusing on human rights and activism for blacks, and then to find out that the head chief ninja in charge of the activists, he is out here committing crimes against black women and children.
From what I understood, it was very violent to
Very.
the point to where she had to go to the hospital.
Very violent to the point that she had to go to the hospital. This gentleman on the screen right here with the beard pretty much was a partner with him doing activism. Let's hear what he got to say.
You can't claim to fight evil
You can't claim to fight evil
and then stand aside when someone that you're friends with commits such an injustice.
Do you see what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? But they're mad at Ringo TV Reactions for bringing out the truth. See, a lot of these guys that be acting like they're advocate, these guys are all snake oil salesmen, and all they do is play games and take the money. You see, the only reason why this particular demon here is literally on the front line trying to fight for Karmelo is because there's money to be made, a lot of money to be made. And you see all of those donations that you folks sent in, guess who pockets that go in? Yeah, that's right. That's right. So if he's so much in support of Black Lives Matter, how come his woman life didn't matter? How come the baby didn't matter? This man abused a 2-year-old boy. A 2-year-old boy, ladies and gentlemen. He abused and shook the child violently, causing injury, and he was arrested for these crimes.
Activist Jeff Hood, the same man who led with Alexander.
The same man who led with Alexandra, what did he say, sir?
The Dallas protest against police brutality on July 7th, 2016, 5 police officers were shot. He said he saw injuries on the body of Alexandra's girlfriend.
He saw injuries on the body of Alexandra's girlfriend. And what did he see, sir?
On yesterday, took her to a DPD substation to file a family violence complaint.
Wow. So his own buddy. Now think about this, guys. Talk about receipts. Only on Ringo TV do you get these receipts. This gentleman right here, this good man, was an activist with Alexandra. Saw the body of the girlfriend and the bruises and all the damage that was done on her, and took her to the emergency center so that she could make the complaint.
Steve, it wasn't 2 weeks ago that we were out in the streets in Deep Ellum protesting, marching, screaming, shouting against violence against women.
Against violence against women, which means they were out there fighting for the rights of black women. Not just black women, just women in general. They were out there, this good gentleman on the screen, right? They were out there fighting for justice, you know, doing what they believe is going to help the community. And what does the black activist do? What did he do, sir?
And here we are today seeing one of the chief leaders of that protest having committed a despicable act of violence against his partner.
Against his partner, ladies and gentlemen. But you're mad at me. I'm the coon, right? I'm the coon, but yet you got this raccoon that literally beat his woman and abused a child. But you got a problem with Ringo TV Raw? You got a problem with me. Think about that. And this is the same guy, ladies and gentlemen, that is representing Karmelo Anthony. This guy.
Come on now, dog.
You can't make this up.
Come on,
You
man.
can't make it up.
What you talking about, Will?
This monster abused a 2-year-old child and his woman to the point that she had to go to the medical facility to get bandaged up due to all the bruising.
Alexander, by phone this afternoon, denied any physical attack against the woman. He called it a family dispute.
A family dispute? Are you kidding me? That wasn't no family dispute. You abused a black woman.
It really hurts the movement when accusations like this are directed at leadership.
You see, accusations like this are directed at leadership. Listen, to the black community, please stop putting these people in leadership positions. Please stop believing that all these guys want justice. Please stop it. It's all about a check. Even that guy right there on the screen, all he wants is a check. None of these folks really care about the black community. The black community is filled with so many damn leaders posing as if though they want to give justice to the black community. They don't care about the black community. It's all about lying in the pockets.
And that's why we're held to a higher responsibility.
Now, if they're held to a higher responsibility, why do black people get mad when I expose the truth? Why do they get mad, ladies and gentlemen? Shouldn't black people love Ringo TV for the fact that I do my investigative news reporting and I go and I find the stories, I find the receipts? Come on now. They just brought out dirt on Austin's father, claiming that he was arrested for SA. And then they twisted the story and said that he SA'd a child. Nowhere in the report did it say that, but this is what they're saying. Because why? They want to sensationalize the story. So, okay, since y'all gonna play with that, let me go do my own hunting. Let me go do my own digging. And what I found, ladies and gentlemen, is that this guy not only was arrested for beating his woman, but he was also arrested for beating a baby, abusing a baby. That's right, a baby, a 2-year-old child. He abused and beat his woman. That's right. And he have arrest for theft. So you're dealing with a thief. You're dealing with a man that is involved in all types of crimes. How could you take him serious when he's talking for Karmelo Anthony? How could you listen to a demon who beat a black woman, to all the black women, to all of the melanated sisters that are viewing? That demon on the side right there, named Dominique Alexandra, beat his woman to the point that she had to go to the medical facility. She was hurt, broken, had no one to help her because the man that was supposed to protect her, instead of protecting her, he decided to put hands on her and abuse her and the child. This is what he did.
As you can tell, there are a lot of people speaking on this, except the Dallas Police Department. Again, they say they're looking into this claim. Nothing more than that at this point.
You see that, ladies and gentlemen? So that's all I'm going to say. And I'm going to keep the news coming in all day. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have videos all day. We're going to pop up every now and then with a short live stream just to bring you some commentary, break down the stories, talk about this issue, because we need to bring these criminals to justice. We cannot have these kind of guys that are out here on these streets representing killers, because think about the files that are on all these different men. Now think about this, ladies and gentlemen. If they would have never said nothing, it would have never been nothing, because you folks went out there and y'all published this video.
Hey, TikTok, I told you that when I came back, I would share some information with this platform. So at 4:30, I came on and I shared this. No other network has done this.
Now think about it. If y'all would have never shared that, I wouldn't have did no hunting to bring out the truth. Now, which report is worse? Which report is worse? Come on now. Y'all went up and brung up a dead teenager's father's arrest from 2011, which have nothing to do with the case because he's not on trial. But now let's compare it to what we see here. When you think of Alexandra, he's representing Karmelo Anthony, which is 2025. How could we take him serious? When he abused women, he abused children, and he was arrested for theft. How could we take him serious? How? See, the community need to really think about what they're doing and who they're supporting. You're supporting child abusers. That's right. Dominique Alexandra was arrested for abusing children. And it's on record. He was abusing children. That's right. The vulnerable, the weak, the ones in whom we should be protecting. And rather than him protecting his black woman, he decided to beat her. That's right. Beat her to the point that she was bruised and she had to go to the medical facility. And his own partner in crime had to report on the news and tell us exactly what was going down. This is so sad.
Dallas activism against police brutality. Face of Dallas activism against police brutality. Dallas activism against police brutality and claims of racial discrimination is now facing a claim of domestic violence.
Wow.
Steve Pickett joining us live from Irving with more on Dominique Alexander. Face of Dallas activism against police brutality and claims of racial discrimination is now facing a claim of domestic violence. Steve Pickett joining us live from Irving with more on Dominique Alexander.
You don't notice something about black people? You got people in my comments saying, please, Dominic is your people, Ringo. Dominic is not my people because Dominic is a murderer. That's not my people. My people are not murderers. My people are not racist. You see, you black folks that are pushing this race war, you're racist. You're not my people. See, if you were my people, you would be supporting my show. You don't support my show, so get the fuck off the platform. You don't support me. And, you know, they love to call people tether this, tether that, and all this stupid stuff. First of all, I'm not down with your FBA BS. Number two, I was born in America. My father was born in America. He's a U.S. Army veteran who served this country. So when y'all talk all this tether stuff, nobody's paying you no mind. It just goes to show how racist you are towards your own. Imagine you're calling a black man a tether, but yet you're black. Think about how crazy you sound. That's why nobody respects you. That's why you're never getting reparations and you will never be respected in society. Never. The only people that I want viewing my platform are people that are human beings, decent human beings that want to have and find justice for all people. You know what I mean? All people who deserve justice, whether they're white or black, it doesn't matter. But you folks that love violence and love death and love to support murderers, I don't get that, fam. That's absolutely disgusting. And throughout this entire case, all I've been receiving was violence and death threats and hate from primarily black people. Those are the main subjects, the main culprits here. Nobody's thinking logically. Nobody's standing on truth. Everybody's just focusing on evil. And see, the trolls can continue to troll. You can continue to do all the evil. All you're doing is making yourself look bad. And I cannot wait for that verdict to come in. I cannot wait for the verdict to come in where Karmelo served time in prison. Because everybody in this case is bought and paid for. Everyone. Imagine that. Nobody cares that a child was abused by that demon. Nobody cares. The black community never do. They don't care that he abused women because he's representing Karmelo. Do you see how the black community is? The black community don't care about black on black violence. Are y'all not seeing it? This man abused his woman, beat and abused his child, and the black community don't care. Come on now. They don't care. You see how easy it is for me to pack you up? Very easy. The only reason why you here is because I allow you to be here. All of you trolls that continue to watch me, why you even watch me for? If I'm a coon, if I'm a this and a Sambo and all this other nonsense, why are you watching me? You watching me because you know I'm speaking the truth and it bothers you. It really bothers you that you're literally representing a demon and a murderer. Two wicked men. One abused children and beat women and robbed people, and the other one murdered a white guy and used a false claim of self-defense. How sick could this be, bro? How sick? Anyway, rate, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna get up on out of here. Ringo TV Reactions. It is what it is. Yeah, man, you got to stay away from ninjas, man. Stay away from ninjas as much as you can. I don't know why these people keep calling themselves my people. You're not my people. My people are not murderers, and my people are not racists. Not my people. You damn animals are not my people. So I'm out of here. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings. We out of here. I don't need the support of racists. Nope. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Ringo TV Reactions, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.